One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
How does it feel to be here in Saudi Arabia?
Well, so far feeling very good. I'm so proud to make this big decision in my life in football. As you mentioned before, in Europe, my work it's done. I won everything. I played the most important clubs in Europe, and for me now it's a new challenge, as you mentioned, in Asia. I'm glad for that Al Nassr gave me this opportunity to show and develop not only for the football but also for the generation, the young generation, the women's generation as well, for the young boys. And for me it's a challenge, but in the same way I feel very, very happy and very proud. They are happy as well. You know, when I take my decisions, my family, they always support me, especially my kids and my
God
wife
bless them
as well. But it's good. They are very happy. The welcome yesterday was amazing. We feel good here. Saudi Arabia people, they are lovely with me and with my family, so I'm really proud.
You already felt it. Well, Cristiano, you have always been ambitious. What are you hoping to achieve on and off the pitch in Saudi Arabia?
As I told you before, for me this is a great opportunity not only in football but also to change the mentality of the new generation. As nobody knows, but I can say now I had many opportunities in Europe, many clubs in Brazil, in Australia, US, even in Portugal, many clubs tried to sign me, but I give the word to this club for the opportunity to develop not only the football but the other part of this amazing country. And for me it's a good challenge. I know what I want and I know of course what I don't want as well. So for me it's a good chance to change, to help with my knowledge and my experience, to help to grow many important points. Also a women's that many people probably they don't know, but Al Nassr they have a women's football as well. And I want to give a different vision of the country, of the football, the perspective of everybody. So this is why I had and I took this opportunity.
Frankly speaking, did Saudi performance at the World Cup and the fact that all the players are in SPL really helped in convincing you doing the move and joining Saudi football?
Many people speak and give the opinions, but they really did not know nothing about football. As you know, the football now, probably the last 10-15 years, they are different. All the teams, they are more prepared. All the teams, they are ready. If you see, and you give the example of World Cup, the only team who won the champions was Saudi Arabia. Don't forget that.
Yes.
And you had many surprises. South Korea, for example, the African teams, Costa Rica, for example, they did a good job. It's not easy to win any games today because the teams, they are prepared. The football, it's different. The evolution of football is different. So for me, it's not It's not the end of my career to come in South Africa. This is why I want to change. And to be honest, I'm really don't worry about what the people say. I took my decisions and I have responsibility to change that. But for me, I'm really happy to be here. And I know the league is very competitive. The people don't know that as well, but I know because I saw many games. And you know what I want, and I'm looking forward. It's to play, and I hope to play after tomorrow if the coach thinks is a good chance. But I'm ready to enjoy it, to still play football and enjoy the people.
We're really excited to see you on the pitch as well.
Tell us, how does it feel to finally be here?
Well, for me, it's a pleasure to be here. It's an honor. I feel yesterday the welcome that they give to me, to my family. And of course, I will give my best for this club, Al Nassr. Thank you, everybody.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Oops. This camera is causing chaos already. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good whatever time it is in your location. God is good. Thank you so much for stopping by. Do not forget to like, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. Thank you so much. And we are here as per usual for the people, so feel free to call us and have your say. Okay. The link is there on top of the chat somewhere. Okay, so the link should be somewhere. Let me know if you can hear me and you can see me. Give me some feedbacks before we continue. All right. Ooh. How everybody's feeling this morning? Come on, talk. Talk. So don't forget to give us a like, because the more you like, the more people are gonna join us and have fun. Everything okay? Sounds, background, everything working good? Your side? All right. So we still night, but this is the time that I have. So let me go and say some and send some greetings to the people that have been commenting already. Mr. MAMNMA, he said that in his opinion, we shouldn't hijack Mudryk deal from Arsenal. We always hijack player from other teams, and they end up not being the right profile for example, like Jorginho and Timo Werner. Yeah, you got a point. Because remember Jorginho, we got him because Mauricio Sarri wanted to bring him to implement Sarri ball at Chelsea Football Club, and Chelsea paid a lot of money, around 60 million, to get him and Sarri. That wasn't even planned, but because the manager is coming, and Manchester City apparently agreed everything with Napoli. It was just, about to be signed, and Jorginho decided to come to Chelsea because of Sarri and all that. We hijacked, yeah, that is a good point. Chelsea hijacked Jorginho. But to be fair with Jorginho, he did good. He did good when he's protected by very, very strong, powerful midfielders around him who protect him. He's gonna recycle the ball. He might score 5 penalties, 7, 8 a season. Yeah, so you have to give it to him. But I know what you mean by, we have to find our own target, because it doesn't look like there is a plan. It's always like if somebody want to buy somebody, and then we jump to the opportunity, we are like, oh, he might be good because Manchester City want him. Okay, let's go for him and hijack. Now we are going to hijack Mr. Mudryk. Arsenal for life. Nice to see you here. He said that do not hijack Mudryk. Find your own players. So first of all, Mudryk is nobody's player, okay? Don't try to own a player. He's just an agent on the market, okay? He's not yours until it's yours. Remember what happened with Rafinha, right? Rafinha to sign for Arsenal, and then Chelsea hijacked the deal, and then Barcelona came and hijacked the deal from the hijackers. So it's like the hijackers hijacked. So yeah, this is the market that we are in, but we need just to be sure that we don't just get people's target just because somebody else think that he's good for their team. It doesn't mean that he's gonna be good for your team. Last summer, Chelsea even wanted to hijack Richarlison, Mukiele, you know, the guy from he was from Leipzig, right? He moved to PSG. The last minute, we wanted to go, oh yeah, he must be good because PSG want him. You know, we didn't have a proper system to scout people and get our own players. You know, just the last minute don't come. You can even say Marc Cucurella, Chelsea hijacked him from Manchester City, who were negotiating already. They didn't want to pay more than 40 million. I think if Chelsea didn't jump to the opportunity, Manchester City were going to get Marc Cucurella for around 40 million to 35 to 40 million. They didn't want to overpay. But Chelsea went there and overpaid, thinking, oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Because Manchester City want him, he might be very good. Let's just get him. I'm not saying that Cucurella is bad, but did we really need to rush and pay that kind of money for Cucurella when you have Madsen, who is killing it right now with Vincent Company, you know? And probably that 60 million would have helped Chelsea Football Club to buy a solid defend midfielders, you know, like let's Alvarez from Ajax or somebody that could have helped us more than what Cucurella is giving now with less money. So Chelsea really need to do their homework, you know. Okay, my friend. So the link is there on top of the chat, just in case. If you wanna call us and have your say live on television. Live, my friends. I hope everybody's doing great. I'm here for the people. Always wake up 3 o'clock in the morning because my people sleeping, so I have a little bit of a time before my blue army bombard me in the studio. So that's why you have to sacrifice this time, because also many of my brothers and sisters around the world are up already overseas. So just wanna give you the opportunity to talk for free. So let me read a few more comments here before we start talking football. I suggest Mr. Andrew Phillips. I suggest we wait summer for Leao. Yeah, I like the guy though. Yeah, I like that Leao guy. The problem is Milan are offering him a new deal, 7 million a season. Chelsea could give him 8 to 9 million. So if we have to wait, we need to convince him not to sign a contract, yeah? Or if he signs a contract, he need to put a release clause on it just to allow Chelsea to come and get him. So we need to negotiate with him like right now and get him in summer, because if he sign a contract, it's gonna be more expensive, more difficult to get him. But yeah, I like the guy. If I have to choose between Mudryk guy and Leao, I will go for Rafael Leao because I watched him more than Mudryk. But I don't know. There are people who are walking, who are checking, who are scouting. So if they think that Mudryk is better and we have to punch Arsenal in the face, why not? Jilan or Jilan said that, good morning, my friend. Good morning to you. Prince said, good morning, sir. Good morning to you, my friend. I think right now we need a right back. Yes, we need somebody who can compete with Reece James. Not only replace him temporarily and sit on the bench, but somebody who can really challenge him, push him to the limit. I know he's good, but his injury record is fine. It's funny that somebody put some tweet yesterday saying that Ben Chilwell, N'Golo Kante, and Reece James haven't played together since 2021. At some point, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot who tweeted it, but that is a long time. You don't have your key element played together for years. It's gonna be two of them playing or one of them, and others are gonna be injured. That is unacceptable. So we have to start searching for quality, okay, and not only quantity to help. No, we want some players that will compete. Okay. So yeah, people, so feel free to call, man. I'm here up for you, and the phone is there. You have to call us, okay? Let's check on some random news from every single club. So this Mudryk thing is trending right now. Ajax are interested in signing Argentinian goalkeeper Rulli. Okay, Ajax. Shakhtar director Mr. Dargino will be in London this week, and he's expected at the stadium for Chelsea against the Manchester City game. Things are changing. Look at that. So he's coming on Thursday to watch the games, Chelsea against Manchester City, and see how Manchester City smash Chelsea, so he can negotiate the price for the client. So it's getting serious, people. It looks like Chelsea really are going for this guy here. I didn't believe that it was going to happen. I thought it was just like paper talk, and Chelsea are going for Leao, but it looks like they'll rate this guy. So man, this is going to be a hold up, So Chelsea and Shakhtar will discuss about Mudryk in the next 24 hours. Also, Arsenal remain in direct contact, blah 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 blah. Wow, just imagine this, how chaos this is gonna cause, right? Just like Chelsea getting Willian when he already had a medical with Tottenham Hotspurs, and Chelsea getting like Ashley Cole, and wow, this is interesting. It's getting really, really interesting here, my friend. So we don't know how we're gonna do it, but I think Shakhtar might accept a structure, Yeah, we might overpay as per usual, but give a better payment, structure, because with the financial fair play, we can't really pay all the money up in front. We got the money to pay, we got cash in the bank, but we can't do that because we have to respect the financial fair play. So Arsenal, Watch out, watch out. Mr. D Prince said that all this hijack of thing is not going to help us. At this point in time, it's obvious that Chelsea doesn't have a vision to build a solid team. Well, I think they have a vision. They're just been all over the place, because if they hire all those intelligent people to do the job, you know, Vivel, Wayne Starley, you know, and all those people in the office, and we have Neil Buff. I think they have something, you know, that is a little unfair to say that. We just still all over the place at the moment, so it doesn't look like we have any structure, but I think we are working on it. When Vivel took over, I heard that he's the guy who recommended Enzo Fernandez. He was like, no, abandon all other targets. Focus on this kid, because he is the next big thing of tomorrow. We have to pay. You have to go for this guy. So it looks like there are people who are doing their job, and Todd Boehly is a database kind of owner, that they discover the next Messi, the next Hazard, the next, and then they develop them and they become good. So I think for now it doesn't look like they are doing anything, but it's gonna take shape. It's gonna take shape, and the result on the pitch is not helping. So it doesn't look like we are doing anything. But getting somebody like Badiashile, you know, Andrew Santos, and all the youngsters that we are getting, it shows you how the vision is, but it's not gonna just all of a sudden start working out for Chelsea. So we have just to be patient, I think. Daniel, hello my friends, what's going on, Daniel? Long time no see. Emmanuel, Chelsea is giving me heart attack upon all the money we are spending, yet is getting worse. Who will help us? Yeah, don't kill yourself for Chelsea. That festival, family first. Chelsea is just entertainment, you know. Don't kill yourself, my friends. Last summer, really, we were stupid on the market, because the money that we spent, if we were a little bit patient and wait, we were going to get great players right now. But we spent something like 300 million for what? For Sterling, for Koulibaly, you know, Aubameyang. They are not helping so far. Kukureya, Hijack FC all the time. We were all over the place. But after that, we sacked the manager who wanted those players, and they become kind of dead wood, because the other manager will like his own players. Not necessarily that those players are bad, but because he's trying something different. So this coming summer is going to be a huge one, because it's not only about buying players, it's going to be about who are we getting out of the door, you know. People like Aspilicueta, how are you going to double his salary and give him 3 years contract, you know? And if we give Jorginho a new contract, I will lose faith in everybody at Chelsea right now. Let that guy go on free. Thank you so much for your trophies. Now we have to destroy that recycling factory, backward, sideways factory. We need a direct football that will help us score goals. We're not going anywhere with modern football now. With Jorginho got found out, nobody is afraid of him or anything. We're gonna always struggle, you know. So we need to destroy that sideways factory now. Okay. So people who can join us, you can join me here if you have time. Okay, feel free to do so. Let's go. Let me read a few more comments while I'm waiting for people to come and join me. Emmanuel, I hope Enzo transfer will solve our problems. Okay. Buying him in that amount is not a problem for you. Okay, it's a problem for me, to be honest with you. All I want now is positive result. Well, listen, it's not a problem for you. It's a problem with FIFA, UEFA, regulation, laws to spend that kind of money, that festival. And it's going to block us from signing some other players. When you spend that kind of amount on somebody, okay, you have to make sure that he hit the ground running. And that is going to put a lot of pressure on the kid. And the Premier League is a different animal. We bought Morata, we bought Higuain, we bought Lukaku, we bought Aubameyang, all the so-called big guns that will help us and spend the money. We have to understand that spending the money is not solving issues. The most successful Chelsea transfer in the late, they cost normal price or less than that. They didn't cost millions and millions, thousands of millions. You know what I mean? So if you think money is the reason why we're gonna get good players, think again, okay? When Leicester City went for N'Golo Kante and Mahrez, nobody knew them because they were playing in France, second division, okay? So I don't really believe that money is gonna solve our problems. I think the problem is gonna be solved by being smart on the market and work very hard. Because in the Chelsea community, we think that we are entitled to win everything, buy everything now, sack people, spend money now. You know, we are not entitled to anything. Football has changed. You can spend whatever money you want, but you can't win. You have to be just smart and work hard for a long time project. Okay? Football has changed. If it was about money, I think Manchester City were going to win like 4 Champions League right now, right? So let's go. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. We are so many of us, almost 100, but few likes only. Can we please get to 100 likes? Help your brother out. It's just one click away. It doesn't cost you anything, my friend. And I'm going to be here for hours. And if you can give me 1 second of your life to promote the stream to other people, the more you like, the more people are going to join the show. So thank you so much. Much appreciated. Thank you. Let's get to 100 likes, please. Nkunku deal is done. That was a long time ago, bro. That was very, very long time ago. What are you talking about? Herbert, what do you have to say, brother? Good morning, or good evening, or good night.
Yeah, it's good afternoon for me this side.
All right.
But yeah, look, obviously another win for United yesterday. That's 7 in a row. I think it's the first time we have won 7 in a row since 2019. That's when Oli, came, and it was all Oli that's the wheel. Remember, he came in January.
Yeah.
And he won against, lots of teams. I remember us slapping Leicester 4-2. So look, it's it's good times at United at the moment. But I'm not getting carried away because there is lots and lots of work to be done. Don't forget, this is December. This December is not the same December as usual season because we haven't even completed or played half of the games. So everyone who is thinking like United in the title race because we are 1 point of Man City and I think 4 or 5 of Arsenal needs to be shut down because that's not the case. I think we still need to play lots of games and United don't have the squad depth. One injury to Casemiro, that's all it takes for us to crumble down. That's all it takes because we don't have another CDM.
I got you, but also I heard that
Yeah.
you can't spend now because your club is for sale, is on the market, so they don't wanna spend, they don't wanna make any kind of investment. Is that's true?
Kind of, because we couldn't even spend 37 million to get Gakpo. So all these rumors regarding Kolo Muani for 60 million are, quite untrue. So we can only do loan deals. That's why we are so into Joao Felix. But the problem is that, the package with Joao Felix they want is, unreasonable. Even for me, like, I'm okay with United spending 20 million on Joao Felix for 6 months, but Atletico Madrid wants some ridiculous amount of money. So yeah, look, but your question is, we can't spend money. We can't invest 60, 70 million in the January like what Chelsea are doing. But yeah, the club is on sale, and the rumors are that we have already got a potential buyer, and it could be from Saudi Arabia as well. Because 2 days back, there's one of the Glazer guy. He was in Qatar for one of those
for
Middle
the World Cup.
East
Yeah, I heard that he was getting some contact with the Middle East people to buy the club. Herbert, you have some issues with your mic. It's just like on and off, on and off. Can you like
Yeah,
disconnect
it
and
should
come
be
back?
fine now. I was just studying my phone.
Oh yeah, okay, I see. So
Yeah.
people, thank you for stopping by. You can join me and my brother Herbert here, and Zortex. Nice to see you, bro. Long time. I'm calling your phone almost every single day. I thought something happened to you just after the Chelsea game in preseason. We were making some plans and to meet together in Kentucky and all that, and all of a sudden you just disappear, bro. I was really worried about you. Your phone is not working anymore. So if you can shoot me a message at some point. We can talk in private. You still have my number, so. Or even if you change the number and you forgot my number, you can email me or something so we can talk. But nice to see you. I was really worried because you just disappeared after the game we played in Vegas. You drove from California to Vegas, you watched the game, and after the game you gave us some news and everything was doing good, and all of a sudden you gone. And I thought that you probably went back to the army or something. But hey, Jeremy, nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Let me read some comments here. How many players they are done for Chelsea Football Club? I don't really get your question, Mr. Dinox. How many players they are done for? Oh, the deals that been done so far. I think Badiashile, I think Fofana, Datro Fofana, and other people. Yeah, we have done a lot of businesses already. Prince, this is the time Jorginho need to go. I agree with you. If we give Jorginho another contract, I will lose faith completely to our new board because it doesn't help really. Let him go. He's at the end of the contract. What is the latest on Arsene Zakaria? Yeah, still I don't know, man. If we go for another brother here from Ukraine, Mudryk, and then I don't think if we go for Mudryk, they don't play the same position, but I'm trying to make some sense here. We got Andrew Santos who can play from the midfield, who is also creative. But Mudryk, that guy is Zakarian, the Russian guy. He's good. He's good, but I don't know if we're gonna proceed. Let's wait and see. Yeah, Zotex, Mr. Jeremy, I think a lot of stuff happened. It's happened to all of us, man. Me too. Many things can happen in few months. You never know, but yeah, nice. I'm just happy to see you now because I was like, is Jeremy beat up somebody and got taken to jail or something? Because but Mr. Salvation said that he would prefer Rafael Leao and Declan Rice over Mudryk and Enzo Fernandez. I respect your opinion. My problem with Enzo Fernandez is about the price. I like the guy. I don't know him that much. I just discovered him during the World Cup, and I did what everybody would do. go on YouTube, watch some clips, and try to find some positivity and check on statistics. But I'm not gonna pretend here that I knew him since when he was a baby. You know how we do it, right? Everybody pretends to know somebody only when they are successful. Oh, I always watch Argentinian league. I'm like, brother, stop lying. None of us will woke up 2 o'clock in the morning to watch Argentinian league. Stop lying. Just leave it there. People say, oh, I knew him. No, I didn't know him. I even did PSG against Benfica this year, Champions League, group stage. I did a watch along. I saw him, but I didn't really pay attention. I didn't even know if he existed. But everybody tried to pretend that I knew him since long time. This is exactly what we wanted. That is a lie, bro. Because people say, oh, let's go Jude Bellingham, and other names we were throwing other names there. 2 weeks ago, nobody was talking about this guy. So if you knew him, I think you were going to suggest, oh, this time, only when we are linked with him. And then people pretend, oh, this is exactly what Chelsea need. This is what I've been asking for. People, I don't know why people lie, but man. Yeah, Jeremy, I even thought that you were deployed somewhere because you are a very good guy in the army. Thank you for your services for the country. So I was thinking either you get in trouble, you beat somebody and you were taken to jail, or the army needed you like immediately to do some work there. So I completely understand your job is very, very, very tough. Thank you so much for stopping by. The Undertaker, Enzo Fernandez is limbo you're going. It's not going to happen in limbo. No. How do you know that? Newspapers actually from Portugal yesterday were reporting already that they accepted the fact that he need to leave. Ruiz Costa already accepted that we have just to negotiate. Leo Messi is back in training, people, and guess what? Mbappe needs to do the guard of honor for Messi. Can you imagine? Because he needs to present his World Cup and medal the next game. PSG are gonna play at home at Parc des Princes. So you know how we do, right? People will sit there and try to respect their colleague who just won something. And Mbappe need to go through that. Imagine that look in the face of Mbappe applauding Leo Messi who just beat him in the final of the World Cup. It's going to be some image, and I know that the cameras are gonna just fix on Mbappe just to see his reaction. Well, what do you think the reaction is gonna be between Messi and Mbappe, Herbert?
Look, I don't think it's going to be, like he's not going to be staring down. He's just going to be like, professional. I don't see Mbappe as kind of, he's not really he's not a petty guy. He doesn't come across to me. I mean, even like the only time I've seen him being petty is when they played Dortmund and they were trying to G up Haaland by doing the celebration. But even in the World Cup final, both Messi and Mbappe, they were trying to, show each other
some banter between them.
Yeah. But look, I don't see Mbappe as that kind of guy, man. I think he's pretty much he's just too focused to be involved in all that. I think he must be thinking, look, Messi has done his thing. Now it's my time to shine. It's my stage. I already done this thing, win the World Cup, and the PSG are in a very good position to go deep in the Champions League as well. So look, I think he will just put all those aside. Remember this guy came 48 hours or 72 hours after playing the final back to PSG. So he knows that this what you are saying, the cameras will be fixed. That's going to happen. So I don't think he's thinking too much about it. He's just focused on himself, and that's the kind of mentality you need. That's why he has. He's only the second teenager to score a World Cup final goal after Felix. So I don't think it's going to be a big deal, man. It's just the media making it too much.
Yeah. Respect that. I respect that. Mr. Shiku. Hello,
Hey.
Jeremy, brother. Hey.
I was just about to head to bed. I'm quite tired. I only saw one World Cup game, and I saw USA versus England. I didn't get to see the final. Things have been crazy around here. Just wanted to say sorry for
You don't have to apologize, my brother. I understand, man. You are doing a better job saving all of us. So don't apologize, man. I'm just happy to see you because I was really worried what happened to you. And your phone is not even working. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah,
here?
when you're out, there's no reception. So I'm getting my phone back and set up with my carrier because when you don't want to pay a cell bill that you're not using, you don't want to pay your cell phone when.
They're gonna take your phone away if you are away for 3 months. Yeah, they're gonna take your number away. I know.
Yeah, and no, I just got my phone back and I had to get everything configured. But yeah, I literally stepped away just weeks before Chelsea played their even first game. So I was thinking, hey, last time we were talking about predictions. And I come back and we're top 10. I was like,
yeah, we are 10th, man. We are struggling relegation.
What the hell? Why is Arsenal first? I feel like came out of a coma and I realized I'm like in upside down world. We should be up there.
Yeah, we should be top of the league now and maybe preparing to win trophies. Yeah, when you were gone, we changed the manager. We have a Potter ball.
Harry Potter joined or something like that.
Yeah. So
Graham Potter, I think.
The process is long, bro. Catch some sleep. And when you're ready, you're going to find me tonight or tomorrow. You're going to always see me.
My biggest thing is I would always be sad if they ever let Thomas Tuchel go. And apparently something happened. They let him go. And I'm not super happy about that. So now that you guys had this new manager for a while, what's your feelings about him? Do you think that they let Thomas Tuchel go too soon? Or do you think...
well, he's a project manager. Thomas Tuchel is not a project manager. He doesn't care about, let's wait and develop somebody, right? So they are different. So Todd Boehly going for more of a long term, which is youngsters and prepare for the future. But Thomas Tuchel, he doesn't have that time. Probably he earned it. He's just like Mourinho, right? You get me the players that I want now, I'm going to win you something, that's it. And that is the philosophy under Roman Abramovic. Now that we have new owners with a new philosophy of building more for long term, it's going to take a little bit of time. You're going to lose games. You're going to get 2 steps back even, but eventually you're going to get there for long time success. But it's a lot of chaos now in the Chelsea community because this is not what we know. We don't like this kind of project, the process doesn't exist. In the Chelsea.
I've never seen Chelsea this low on the table around Christmas time. It kind of surprised me a little bit. I might be a newer fan, but I've never seen them this low down. They really determined.
I'm confident. So you asked me a question about Potter. I'm not too sure. He hasn't really convinced me yet because there's a big difference. Managing a team like Brighton where there is no pressure, you don't have to win anything, you don't have international, they have few people around the world but not in the same level as Chelsea. It's completely different. The way you manage Chelsea is completely different. So he hasn't really convinced me, but I love the project. Loving the project doesn't mean you love the people that are carrying on with with the project. So he still needs to prove me that he is able to embrace, like Bobby always said, embrace the change, embrace the transition, be bold, make big decisions even against big players who are your friends in the dressing room, right?
I have a unique perspective because last time I seen a Chelsea game was actually in person. I have not seen a Chelsea game since Vegas. Literally. Yeah. So that's when the last time I saw them was in person, and they won against the America League. And
Club America, yeah, I know. I sent you there to go and report. Yeah, you were calling us live from Vegas.
Yeah,
Stadium.
and I didn't realize that you had to pay a little extra for the Wi-Fi for the phone there, unfortunately, but it was all right. But I wanted to say it gives me a unique perspective, because last time I was sitting in this chair, we were talking about where were you predicting? We were all saying, oh, maybe top 4, top 3, and some of us were being a little more pessimistic, saying if we don't change our thing, we'll make it top 10. So whoever that was, big kudos to them. But I just wanted to say is I am surprised to see Thomas Tuchel. I was thinking Thomas Tuchel was our long-term project. And
yeah, it was a surprising one because we just gave him 300 million to spend. How can you give somebody that money and all of a sudden sack him after a few weeks? You know, that was really a shock, because me too, I was surprised, because I couldn't really get my head around. Like, he got the money, they are backing him, he's not going anywhere.
I hate to say he might have bumped heads with someone in management, because Thomas Tuchel is a great manager. But he has a little bit of an ego problem, like PSG. Yeah, he tends to ruffle up some feathers, and I think he might have stepped on the wrong person's feathers and got himself kicked out that way. Anyways, my perspective is I don't know anything from like the last 6 months or so I have a lot of catching up to do. You guys have a good one. It's really early, and you guys take care.
Yes, sir. Take care, man.
Right.
Catch some sleep. I'll talk to you later. If you forgot my number, you just shoot me an email. Oh, I'm gonna shoot you an email and send you my number again.
Yeah,
we can.
Just DM my Zortex thing. You have me on there, and just DM it. And I'm still getting my phone configured and stuff. And my phone.
Okay,
is still
no problem. Jeremy, my brother. Thank you so much from.
I'm just happy to do my Air Force, because that's kind of helps everyone with shit that's going on in the world. Sorry for saying I'm not sure how sensitive the stream is, but the world is a crazy place right now. Ukraine is crazy.
Yeah, I got you, man. I got your point. So thank you so much for your service, and I'll talk to you next time. God bless. That was Jeremy, my brother. Okay. More questions. Bobby, I don't know what the problem with your connection, but as you can tell, I have the panel. Herbert is calling from India. I have people from California, Europe, Africa, everywhere. People call easily, no problem, but sometimes you have some issues to connect in my stream. I don't know what to do, because everybody is calling without issues, but hopefully you call back when you have time. Arteta on new signings. It's a question of Edu and I and the board to respond. We are trying to improve the squad in every window. This is not different. We will do our best, because we cannot waste any window with the squad numbers that we have. So we shall try. It looks like Chelsea are going all gun blazing to get that Mudryk guy. It's interesting, really, because the guy been literally posting every single day many pictures of Arsenal, watching Arsenal games. Can you just imagine if Chelsea just get Mudryk? Wow. The banter, London rivalry. Oh my goodness. It feels good. It feels good to do it, but we can't do it just for the banter. If we are sure that he's better than Leao, he's better than what we got, and we go for him, I don't have a problem with that. And for that reason, we're gonna have to let many people go. Pulisic probably, Hakim Ziyech, Kalim Hassan-Odoi. Selling players is as important as buying players, because we have to balance books. So this coming summer is gonna be really tough, because many people need to go in order to sign other people. The special one said that I will come back, sack Porter. Jose Mourinho himself is in the chat, people. Say hi to the special one. He said that you have to sack Porter because I am coming back. Yeah, Jose Mourinho, the special one. Okay, Bobby has... that is the issue. Tuchel is the best coach, man, than Porter. Well, they are different coaches. That's all I can say. It's just like saying... let's say, who is our best player at the moment? We don't have even any best player, only Thiago Silva, right? It's just like saying prime Eden Hazard is better than Thiago Silva prime. You know, they are all great players who work together in one team or who are different profile. Like I say, I just explained. Porter is a development coach. He's a project coach. He's a coach. Thomas Tuchel is not a coach. He doesn't coach people. He manages people. He manages egos. He implements his authority and he wins you. He uses end product, like he uses finished article. Somebody else need to do the job and then give it to him, and then he got the result. But Porter is somebody who will, you know, develop. Is like your primary school teacher, and then teacher, professor, you know, college. They are all important at some stage of your life. You know what I mean? I don't know if Porter is gonna be the man to finish this project, but one thing is sure: he's gonna develop a lot of players. You know, he's gonna make them better. People like Mourinho or Tuchel, they don't make players better anymore. You don't perform, I take you off right now because I wanna win. I don't have time to waste with you. You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just that is the stage that they reached. If that makes sense to anybody. No critics here, but I'm just telling you the difference between a coach and a manager, you know? Like the national team managers, they don't coach anybody. They have short period of time to perform. So they just need people who are ready, who can do something for them. So that's it. Yeah, Victor, let's go.
Hello, bro.
Hello.
How are you doing? Good?
Oh, yeah, we doing okay. We keep on hijacking people's target. Now it's Mudryk that we're going to hijack. It's getting really serious here. For me, it doesn't look like there is a real plan for Chelsea. Like following somebody, it looks like we're still like hijacking other people's target. Yeah. Even the Enzo Fernandez deal just came out of the blue. We were talking about other target like Alvarez and Caicedo, you know, McAllister, people like that. And all of a sudden, the boy had a very good World Cup, and then boom, Chelsea are going to hijack from Liverpool. Now, this guy is really getting serious, and we have to watch out. We might just get Mudryk in the next coming days. According to Fabrizio Romano, actually, the director of Shakhtar is coming to watch the game at Stamford Bridge on Thursday between Manchester City and Chelsea in order to continue talking about this Mudryk payment structure. So, yeah. How about yourself? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, but I don't understand what is the point behind the Mudryk deal. Where is he coming to play? I mean, the thing is that Chelsea, when Tuchel said that our midfield was stuck up and we don't need to make any change, right? He said that during the summer. He was thinking of all the players all together, right? He was thinking of our midfield from Robin Loftus-Cheek all the way down up to attacking midfield as in Mount. And if you do count them, we have about 7 to 8 people that can play in that position, including Zakaria. You haven't gotten rid of any of these players. I mean, the policy, the way we conducted our work, our business, at Chelsea, which ended up us having the drink waters, the bakayokos, and the rest that we didn't know what to do with. We continue to do that. It's almost like nobody in Chelsea's hierarchy is thinking of the present players. We have an amazing academy, but it's like the whole football world knows that Chelsea is in a position, even with new sort of administration, CEO, to throw money at anybody. Nobody will sell players to us at any reasonable price. We are paying 60 plus million pounds to the likes of Cucurella, and anybody that wants to sell a player to us knows that we will pay the money regardless. For Fana, 72 million quid. Why?
75 plus
75
bonuses.
million. It's ridiculous. It's like this aspect of Chelsea I don't understand at all. Yet, conversely, on the flip side of things, nobody wants to buy our player. Except for Hazard, I don't know a player that we bought and sold for a reason.
Yeah, we bought Werner for 60 million almost, and then sold him back for 25 million after a couple of seasons.
What is happening to Lukaku's deal? Almost 100 million pounds thrown away. It's like who is making decisions in this, and where is the money coming from? It's crazy. Even if we have the money, I will say, and I keep saying this every single time on this channel, why don't we really seriously attack the issue of capacity? We don't have a stadium 60 million plus, as for 60,000 plus. Yet we are the smallest capacity stadium. We have the smallest capacity stadium in all of the big teams in Europe. All of the big teams in Europe. Yet we spend money.
So to their credit, let me just respond to a few comments here before I come to you. Happy New Year to you too. Marina Granovkaia is in the house, and somebody, Mr. Messi Sucks said that are you going Mudryk? No, we're not talking about Mudryk, the Croatian guy, because he's already done. 36 years old. We're talking about Mudryk, the next coming guy from Shakhtar. That the guy. I know you know the situation, but you wanted to banter. So I know you always try to give me a hard time. Pulisic to Newcastle. I don't care where he's going right now. I just care about him enjoying his football, because I think we completely destroyed his career at Chelsea Football Club, and let him go enjoy football somewhere else where he can play. I don't want to see him on the bench anymore. Messi Sucks is calling Victor the GOAT. Yeah, he's always the GOAT because he brings a lot of interesting topics in the conversation. So to their credit, the stadium they just took over right now. They are trying to purchase some properties around Stamford Bridge, and that is one of the goals that Chelsea have to build a modern stadium, bigger capacity. That is not even a problem because Abramovic had a plan. We had everything was going according to the plan. And came the visa problem, politics got involved. He left the UK. He was like, I'm creating jobs here, helping your economy, doing such and such. I'm not gonna build anymore. And frustration. But otherwise, we were going to build a stadium already. It was talks that we were going to move to Wembley or some rugby stadium somewhere in London, while Stamford Bridge was going to be built again. So, in that capacity, don't worry, man. Those billionaires, they know exactly what they're doing, and we're gonna build a stadium. We need now a new permit. The first permit that we got, it took us like 2 years of negotiating with the city of London, with all the billionaires around Stamford Bridge, with the human right, with the bat right. Yeah, I'm not even joking. The bat. There are some bat in the cemetery close to Stamford Bridge, and some green organizations say that if you build a bigger stadium here, it might affect those bat. And it was everybody wanted a piece of cake. So we paid all the money and we convinced everybody. The permit was given to Chelsea Football Club. Boom, politics. And now we don't have a permit. It expired like 2 years ago. So they need to go through the process again. And what people don't understand is Stamford Bridge name, the name of Chelsea, and the ground is owned by us fans, are on the piece of, because you can pay, even you can buy a piece and be a pitch owner at Chelsea Football Club. So we can't really move to another place without thousands of people agreeing and vote for something which is almost impossible. It's not gonna happen. The only solution is to try to buy some land around and try to find some great, builders that can help us build a great stadium at the same place. So for the stadium, we are coming. We're gonna start negotiating for the new permit. It's not even a problem. And talking about the youth, you talked about we have already youth and all that. What you forgot is we're gonna buy many clubs. We're gonna be multi-club structure. So even if we buy new players at the moment, some of them are gonna go to other, Chelsea clubs. So it's not even a problem. I think we have more structure now than before. Before it was Marina Granovkaia making decisions in the office with some agent and bringing a lot of dead wood. Now we have intelligent people working in the office. Many people, computer people, data people, and so many directors. We hired like 5 directors already who know exactly what they are doing in football. So I'm more confident right now than yesterday, but because the result is not showing on the pitch, it's gonna make things look like worse. But I think we are in a better position.
Yeah, I agree with most of what you have to say. But the thing is that the perception out there of Chelsea is that we throw money at things, and I don't like that, because I feel like it will invite scrutiny. Like, where's all this money coming from? Why are you buying all these players? And the thing is, if we spend the way that people are projecting us to spend this window, will be a year that we spend £500 million, and we have nothing to show for it. So for me, I feel like if you're going to spend that kind of money and you have nothing to show for it, you have to invest it in something that everybody can see is tangible, like a stadium. Hey, we spent £1 billion on a stadium, and this is what we have to show for it. It's because the players are not necessarily. Listen, you cannot tell me that the 72 or so million quid we spent on somebody like Kai Havertz could not have bought maybe 2 or 3 players. And I know that we can.
Like I say, you are mixing everything. That was under another regime. And I can understand if you complain about last summer, because we did exactly the same. Spending 75 million on somebody like Fofana is not the right thing to do. But then they wanted to back the manager who wanted certain players. The only issue here, why do you sack a manager after a few weeks and you gave him 300 million? I think we're going to correct a lot of mistakes, Mr. Victor. What you don't understand is this is a massive club we're talking about here. It's going to take time to get rid of people and build something new. I don't think Azpilicueta is going to stay there again next summer.
No,
and I don't think Jorginho is going to stay there. I think many players are going to be sold, and we're going to balance things a little bit. You have to be a little bit patient. Let me read a few more comments. The comments are flying all over the place right now. This guy here, let me see. He said that, Trey said that, I thought this was a channel for all the fans. Yeah, because we have more fans here. We have the caller, many callers that we have this morning all are from Manchester United, Arsenal and all that. So don't make it look like I am being like biased about people. Comments are flying. I don't ask any money. Some other channels are gonna ask you, oh, you put a super chat so it can highlight comment. I can't read every single comment because some of the questions I've already talked about it. So don't try to make me look like I am being biased or whatever, because the channel is for the people. And I don't even know what I overlooked. I didn't even see your comments. Can you see how many comments I have now? And I have to keep up with everything here. I have like 4 screens in front of me to make everything that you see here. So if your question is not answered, you can put it again instead of try to make me look like a bad person, because the phone is there for everybody. Why can't you just click and call? That is easier. So I don't really understand that. Mohammed said that why adding another winger, and we have tons of unused wingers players at the club. Yeah, you have a point. We have Christian Pulisic, we have Kalim Hasnadoy, we have, but you know, Chelsea, we love to play to spend money, and we think that if we spend money, that means we're getting ballers. So that's the way it is at Chelsea Football Club. But probably the people that we're gonna get are gonna perform better. That is the most important. The Blues say that Enzo deal, Felix deal, Mudryk deal, Benoit deal. Oh, okay. Thank you for the news. Limitless say that what do you expect? We have to spend money because we are bad. Well, spending money doesn't mean necessarily you're gonna improve the team. For years now, people forgot because we won some trophies here and there. We were lucky to finish top 4 because other teams were like very, very poor. We had to depend like Tottenham Hotspurs the last minute to go and win against the Leicester City away in order for Chelsea to qualify for the Champions League. You know what I mean? So just because you are spending money doesn't make you smart. You have to be smart on the market instead of stupidly spending money and thinking that money is going to solve problems. If money was like the solution, and then 300 million that we just spent less than 6 months ago, tell me who is world class on his prime. Tell me who took us to the next level. So sometimes the low-key, low-profile players can build a better team than big stars that come with reputation and the price tag. You know, even this kid here that we are getting, Enzo Fernandez, you know, the price is going to be hanging there. If he misses a tackle, if he made any kind of mistake on the pitch and cost us a game, everybody is going to get on him. Because why? We broke the record, the British record, the club record, the most expensive midfielder in the entire world. We broke all kind of record to sign a 21 years old. Last summer, you told us here, oh, Fofana is the next coming of John Terry. He is in the same level as Prime Koulibaly. We made theories because people wanted to spend money. We are addict on spending money under Abramovic. And now, are you going to tell me that Wesley Fofana is having a better season than Chalobah that we have on free? Just be honest. Levi Colwill is killing it right now in the Premier League with Brighton. Are you going to tell me that 75 million Fofana is better than him? So, my friend, I understand the addiction that we have in the Chelsea community about spend, thinking that those players are going to bring us something. But the reality is you have to play on a cold Monday in stock, okay? And nobody is going to give you any space anymore. People want to really take you down. And that is the real football here. Money doesn't mean necessarily that we're going to improve the team. We might be just stupid and waste money the way we did with Lukaku, Morata, Higuain, and people like that. Probably we have to focus a little bit more on coaching, improving, and being a little bit patient. You know, you have to be patient a little bit. Many fans are very disappointed with Chelsea current performance. Midfield is the problem for years, but we don't address the midfield, but we just try to complain. Dan, tell Trey the link is there to call, and if you see your question is not answered, and then you repeat it again, you send it double time. It's only one click to repeat your question. Don't just come in here and try to make me look like I'm a bad person. I can't walk up in the 3 o'clock in the morning to do this just to get, to get people getting on me for no reason. You know what I mean? I could be sleeping right now, or doing something else. We are too much we have too many wingers, blah, 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 blah. Jose said that this mentality of hijack players that want it by other clubs sometimes end up a scam. Yeah, I agree with you. And I can't read really every single word here because I have so many people waiting to comment. So yeah, I understand. Because we are hijack FC, right? We try Sterling, Fofana, Aubameyang. Yeah, all of them is just, if somebody is interested in some players, we jump. Okay, let's go hijack. Richarlison, we wanted to hijack him. Kukurea, we went to hijack him. Why are we becoming a hijack FC? Okay, Mr. Victor, go if you have something, bro.
I just feel like the fact that we are not able to get rid, or not necessarily even the bad word, actually sell any of our players. Even Kante doesn't want to go because we give them comfortable deals, and when it gets to the point where the deals are, it's almost like circumstances, things happen for us to change our minds on the ones that we clearly need to let go. For instance, Dave or Aspilicueta needed to leave. Okay, and he stayed, and I am so scared that for some reason, even Jorginho, we might give ourselves a reason to actually extend his contract. And
I'm flying to London. We give that guy a contract. I'm flying to London. I'm flying to London and have a word with whoever is gonna give him.
It's crazy. It's because the thing is this: maybe this last game. Okay, maybe this last game, and also because the comment, yeah, Potter might say he doesn't check the media and everything. No, social media and all of them, those things have an influence on what is it that we do. They are not living in an island out of this world. They all hear what people say, and I think that he's beginning to not realize that our midfield, the problem is in the midfield. And I know I've been having this argument for so long about Jorginho and the rest in the midfield. The reason why I go after Jorginho is because everybody else plays like the guy. Everybody else plays like that guy. They are very comfortable. They are very weak. Last time I was, I talked to you and I said we were actually weak, and you say, "Oh no, it's not about muscle and everything." But yet, after the game, every single person that was analyzing our game even the coach was asked whether we are being bullied. And it is easy to bully Chelsea. All the opposing coach has to do is to watch the first half of the game and realize that we are weaklings. They could easily just walk over us if they press. And if you press, our midfield is hollow. We can sustain the press, and you have a chance. And that has been Chelsea's woes for a long time because of our defensive midfield. And that is a problem. So for me, I feel like there are people in this team right now. Why don't we put Chukwuemeka in there? I don't understand why don't we put people that can play better in there. I said, and that is the issue, that if the coach Potter will still play Jorginho because he's a senior player, then Potter has no backbone. And that is my fear. I know that we. Yeah,
I'm waiting for the Thursday game, because if after all this backlash, after everything that he saw himself, if Thursday he's on the starting 11, I would be very disappointed, because if building really, and you're gonna build with people like Jorginho and Kovacic, I still rate him because of his defensive work, beating the pressure and all that. But when it comes to end product, it's nothing. But he's better than Jorginho because he can still offer something to help the team. But Jorginho doesn't offer anything that collectively will help anybody. And people are gonna just blame other people. If you have to depend on other people to work in order for you to work, no, that is not my player. I want you also to show people that, oh, you are all crap. Look at what I did. Look at the pass that I made and nobody was there to take it. Look at the tackle that I put because it avoided us from conceding a goal. I am just waiting for him to be also special in at least one thing. So you don't have pass, you don't have the recovery pass, you don't tackle, you don't dribble, you don't pass forward. So what is your job? Oh, recycling. Oh, recycling. He's recycling and creating channels. What is channels? Channel through our own midfield or our own defense, so the opposition can score, right? You're creating channels for the opposition to attack and have advantage on us. So the theory about Jorginho is sickening. I don't know how people can be in the cult, in that level of worshipping somebody that is absolutely useless just because he been covered. He won few trophies, a group trophies that you didn't even do anything. But I'm just sick and tired of that. So Thursday for me is a very, very big test, another test for Graham Potter to show us that, listen, I have some balls here. I can make a decision, you know. So,
and that is what everybody's waiting for, because he doesn't look like it. Yes, look at Arsenal yesterday. The guys are 7 points ahead. They are about to be 8 points ahead, even if with a draw. And I know that winning motivates you, but Arteta could not stay. The commentators we're talking about the fact that this guy is not still. He has been frantic on the side, moving. I mean, if you see your coach with that much passion and wants you to win, and I know that we cannot change people's personalities, but his demeanor, the way he talks about the fact that we squeezed by, it was a hard-fought point, and you can tell that this is the way he attacks the game with these so-called senior players who do not see him as somebody who has won anything, and that matters. But it's like all of it together makes the Jorginhos and the rest have command on the team. Because and I'm glad he took him out, because when Jorginho was coming out last time, you could tell in the face that he knows that he sucked that day, and he's been like that for so long. Yet this guy will find a reason to field him or bring him on in the next match. I promise you. Even if we are doing well, if we're not doing well, he will be because Jorginho is in it, not in it. If we are doing well, he will bring Jorginho in it to finish up the game. I don't understand these coaches at all. They are afraid to sit this guy down. And I know these kinds of people. I always come on this channel and tell you, I know the Jorginho types. When they are not on the field, they make the coaches feel it, because they are on the side. Chalobah was sitting quietly on the side the entire time. And after the game, you could see he'd make a big sign of, there again, we lost and I didn't get the chance to play, even though I've proven that I can run and I can play. Jorginho does not do that. Even from the side, he is pointing, he is talking, his gestures, he is restless. So if you were a coach, you see him every time you turn around and you want to pick somebody you have points at somebody to really go out there and warm up. You see Jorginho's face. He does not, and there's an aspect to it that is good. He tells us he wants to play, but that always that feeling of wanting to be on the pitch and trying to be even a semi-coach has an effect on managers. I'm telling you, because if you sit that person down a few times, it's trouble.
Yeah, we have to be able to bench people, especially when they are not performing. And somebody said something very important also, Havertz, Sterling, Mason Mount, not only Jorginho but the entire thing. But what I can say is that the structure, when you have your other part of the body not working, the entire body is not gonna work nicely. I understand that people like Havertz, Aubameyang, or whatever are gonna miss chances, but if you keep popping those balls, you keep on walking, you keep on doing what you're doing, eventually one of the action is gonna be a goal. Just like Fabregas, right? He will put 15 through balls to Diego Costa, and then he's gonna score probably one we're gonna win the game. But if you say, oh, they are just missing, that's why Jorginho is not, but the ball didn't even come from him to begin with, because he passed it backward and somebody else pinned the ball. Somehow the ball get to the attack miraculously, but it's not from him. And also you have to keep on creating. If you look at Manchester City, they miss chances, they score. They miss, they create even more. And that's why even Raheem Sterling looked like prime Ronaldo, Messi. People started because they create and create and create, and one of them he's gonna get there. How many chances he missed? He missed more than when he scored. So we have to address that midfield.
They have so many
let me answer to a few more questions here so everybody can feel involved. We are going to be embarrassed, just like Rafinha did. Mudryk want Arsenal, period. That guy been watching games, Arsenal games all the time, putting pictures on social media, watching Arsenal. It's not, let's wait and see what's going to happen. But I don't think he's going to be embarrassed, because Arsenal, if Mudryk need to choose between Arsenal and Chelsea, I think he's going to come to Chelsea because, and also about money, he's going to get at Chelsea, and the Shakhtar are going to get more money at Chelsea than Arsenal. Limitless said that, how do we know we were not interested in all these players? This is a new regime with scouting. Maybe we were looking at all these players. Yeah, probably they were looking at it when they were working for other clubs. People like Vivel, might be he been probably following certain players. And remember Win Stanley from Brighton, right? He was scouting Datro Fofana already for month and month, and he wanted him at Brighton. And when he changed to Chelsea, he bought him from Mulder. And we have Paul. Paul is from Monaco, right? One of our directors. And he worked with Badiashile for the last 4 years, so he knows Badiashile better. So yeah, they've been scouting and watching certain players. So I have to agree with you. I have to agree with you on that. But it looks like for Enzo and Mikhailo Mudryk, it looks like it came out of the blue, like they were already talking to other clubs, and all of a sudden, let's go for him. It doesn't look like it was planned, but I got your point. Maybe they were checking and scouting and checking on data. Nobody knows. So yeah,
it beats my mind. It beats my mind also that we go out and buy these younger players, and we don't play them. We send them on loan to get experience. Yet every other club, we go out and spend millions of pounds on, get their younger players, and they play them. And then we get interested in them 2 or 3 years down the line. It's crazy. I don't understand this. You have Chukwuemeka. Play him. In 2 years, if he's good.
But also you forgot this. You forgot that Chukwuemeka been injured a lot since he joined Chelsea Football Club. Remember, even in the small preseason or whatever it's called that we had in warm camp during the World Cup, he couldn't play because he's still injured. The boy is coming slowly and surely from injury. And I am against anybody that would tell me a player needs to come back immediately in the first team after the injury, because we saw what happened to N'Golo Kante, right? We saw what happened to Reece James, and even Chile. You can get a setback. So I'm all for giving them time to recover. But I got your point of you have to use those youngsters because you have nothing to lose at the end of the day. Lewis Hall, I don't see anybody like all the so-called world-class senior players that can eat in the same table as that kid. The kid is good. Why he's on the bench is another question. So I got your point, but I don't want to focus on one thing. Is those senior players are just blocking really the way to development, and you need a coach who got big balls to make big decisions to say, no, bro, listen, this is about the club. It's not about our friendship. We understand you are a legend, everything you've done. And then today you're gonna be on the bench, you know. So I would like to see our manager to do that. Let me read a few more comments quickly before I go to Victor. People, come here because I'm gonna have to leave today. I'm going to the office, by the way. I'm gonna walk in the office instead of walking from home, so I'm not gonna be here very long. Probably need 1 more hours of sleep, or pretend to sleep though, because I didn't sleep much. Marina said that last time she rated Jorginho was under Sarri ball. Yeah, Sarri is a different kind of system. That's what he does. Confuse the opposition, pass, frustrate the opposition. But I don't think this time around Jorginho really fit what we're trying to do. Mohammed say, why Pora doesn't rate Hakim Ziyech? Very, very good question. I always defend Ziyech. Everybody knows about it. I got a lot of sticks. Oh, Ziyech not Chelsea quality, blah, 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 blah. We don't use him. Every time we use him, it's always out of position, or the wrong system, or 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there. He's frustrated. Like when he's on the pitch, you can tell that he doesn't want to be there, because that is just humiliating a legend, a world class like Hakim Ziyech. So that's why I want him to leave. I just want him to go enjoy his football somewhere, because I'm sick and tired of defending him. I'm sick and tired of seeing him sad on the bench when we are struggling on the pitch, and the game is asking and begging for somebody like Hakim Ziyech to do magic, to create some magic. We have the magic on the bench, we don't use, or we don't know how to use him. People will make some theories. Oh no, he's not physical. Listen, not every player is gonna be physical. Kaka wasn't physical. You can name many of them, Neymar, whatever. You don't need your team to be all of them Adama Traore kind of, or Lukaku kind of body. Some people need to be technical, but I can also agree with people who say that we need a little bit of physicality, but not everybody is created equal, you know. Some people just they don't get big, for sure. They can go to the gym, they can do whatever. The body is generic. But as Chelsea, really, we need some powerful people, because we've been run over all the time. Nobody's afraid of us, because they're just gonna bully us in every aspect. Oh, my brother Chelsea OG, good morning from Morocco, man. I'm jealous. How can you be in Morocco and I'm in cold freaking Kentucky, bro? I'm gonna change my passport. Nice to see you, OG. We just Mudryk to be expensive. Yeah, Mudryk is gonna be expensive. Big up, Mr. OG. People, if you haven't subscribed to OG channel, very, very good channel over there. Exactly the way you see on the screen right now. Go support our brother. Very, very good guy. He's coming to visit me very soon here in Kentucky though. Let me read a few more comments before I go to Victor. We should get Mudryk just to stop us now. Yeah, remember in the good old day, right? We're gonna buy a player just so somebody don't get him. John Obi Mikel, we did the same to Manchester United. Willian, we did the same. Pedro Rodriguez, stuff like that. We get somebody because we don't wanna somebody else to get them. But that's where when we had like unlimited budget under Roman. Now we have to be smart, okay? We have to be smart with our money. Josie said that, good day, boss. I'm not boss, I'm your brother, man. I'm brother. Makes me feel uncomfortable. We are all the same here, my brother. We are all the same. Nobody is bigger than anybody here. We are all family here, right? Sterling, Jorginho, Pulisic, Koulibaly, bring those young ones. If we lost, it will be good. Yeah, for me, if we lose, trying something different, giving an opportunity, opening doors for those youngsters, I'm all for it. I'll be happy even if we lose. I'm not gonna be happy if we lose, but I'll understand that we are building. But if we are building with aging players that they hit the ceiling already, they're not going to improve, and we're losing anyways. You play the so-called world-class odd players, we lose. You play youngsters, we lose. So what's the point? You better give experience to the youngsters instead of big boys, Sok Hang said that Mudryk style just like Werner, only speed, but the end product is questionable. Let's just wait and see what's gonna happen. Werner, when he came to Chelsea, nobody said this, okay? We all bought to the idea. We all made theories and narrative. We all were happy, okay? We said that I said that he was better than Lewandowski. I made all kind of theories about Werner. Look what he did to me. That's why I don't get too carried away anymore about any player. You have to come and show me what you can do, So judging Mudryk right now is very unfair because you have to come and show us in the Premier League. It could be the opposite, bro. It could be the opposite of Werner. But that is scary comparison right there. Very scary. Bro, I was shocked when I saw Willian playing for Fulham yesterday. Yeah, that is a very good point. I even tweeted that Willian, he played in the midfield yesterday, right? He bullied people.
And he was better.
He was better than anybody that we have right now in that midfield. 34 years old Willian, a lot of energy. Right. Look at that assist. Look at direct football for Willian. We will never see Willian going backward. He always progresses the ball. So yeah, that is a good point. I even tweeted yesterday like, man, look at Willian. Now he's better than what the so-called world class that we have in the team. Very, very good point. Yeah, Victor, you can go if you want.
No, I mean, we keep saying world class, and I feel like maybe people really compare our players. Like Jorginho was the third in line when the year we won, the year after we won the Champions League, because we won the Champions League, they needed a player from our team to be on the list, and that is why it was there. Jorginho, in my opinion, is no world class, and if you take him out because he was one of those people that was selected and made it all the way to the third round or so when they were voting for the Ballon d'Or. Nobody else can even call themselves like that. Silva is a world-class player, but he's aging. He's 38 years old. He gets the ball and he slows the game down. Period. I don't care what anybody says. I don't know where the praise is. People praise him a lot, but I don't know what he does really. He's very good when the ball gets to there because he's experienced. He can read the minds of the attackers. But when it comes to initiating attack, he's slow. You don't see him run even forward like every now and then Luis and the rest that Rudiger will run forward and every now and then put in a shot. He's not dynamic like that. So we have these players that are either aging or we think they are world-class players and they are not. You pay that kind of money for Kai Havertz and he's not producing. You let him sit down. I mean, Xhaka is as young as any of our young players, and he's allowed to play to shine. He's not a world-class player every day, but he's allowed to play and he shine. I know a lot of people agree with that. So our players, the ones that do very well, except for Reece James, everybody else from Kante all the way to Silva are all past 30 years old. Jorginho is out of it. So it's either we have a real project where we really, really put in youngsters, and if they fail, keep them. Let them solve the problems. Some will come good. And those that will come good will be the ones that you hold on to. I am sick and tired of us running after every single name we see on the market that seems to be good. Look, the richest team on earth, the richest club on earth right now is Newcastle. Tell me when they spent 72 million quid on anybody. They don't. Yet they are up there now because you have a great motivator in the new coach, and he's using the talents of the ones he has, and he's making the ones that are there that so-called wants to play to earn their spot. But if you don't give anybody a chance, they don't earn their spot. I will say, If I were Todd Body, I would say, right this second, the players we have amount to X amount of pounds, millions of pounds. Use them. If they are not able to work, then we are going to go and get some of the youth. And if it's not able to work, then I will see what I can add.
Yeah.
Because the pay structure for, let's say, somebody like Sterling, who cannot take anybody on, who needs multiple chances, is through the roof.
Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy. And if you think about Newcastle, who could do all of this, but they are strategic, that's why nobody's talking about them. Because you can't point a player in their team that is in the excess of 50 million quid. Nobody is there. So there's no pressure on any of the players. But we buy these players and then we want them to come and save a situation where they don't even get the chance to play. You're giving Enzo 120 million, like you yourself said earlier on today. Like every single ball he gets, people see 120 million euros.
It's going to be a huge burden to the kid and the club too, because we're going to break all kind of record. Let me read some more comment here. Limitless said that we were complaining about Willian, and when he was at Chelsea, let's move on. Well, not we don't want Willian back, but we are trying to establish some kind of comparison with what we got. You know, it's not like he was perfect at Chelsea, but to show the energy, even the run and energy he's showing at 34 years old is better than the energy we got from that midfield. That is the point. Even Pedro Rodriguez right now, if you see what he's doing at Lazio with Mauricio Sarri, you will say, wow, we don't have somebody who can play direct football like this, like them. It's not because people are bringing some names in the past that those players were perfect or we want them. Even Didier Drogba, people complained a lot when he joined Chelsea Football Club. For 2 years, the brother was struggling to score 15 goals a season. Slowly and surely, he became the king that he was. So just because people are mentioning somebody doesn't mean that we are missing him or something else. It's just we are trying to establish some kind of, connection between all right, so I don't know. Mr. Limitless, you have to avoid shutting people their mouth because people have the right to talk. So just keep it polite and nice here. Or shut up everything if we buy expensive or not. People are just concerned because we are always you know what happened to Lukaku, right? You said here in the same channel he's gonna solve our problems and blah blah, spend whatever it takes, right? Wow, okay. So people have no right to be concerned. They have to zip it off, and whatever money it is, good. Now you bring another deadwood after a few months, get rid of him, go for somebody else. Is that how it works? There are certain people who use common sense, so you don't have to shut people off here. Just keep it respectful because people need to speak. Just because you believe in spending money and you have unlimited fund and you have money doesn't mean that everybody else is gonna stupidly waste 300 million on dead wood and then just sit quiet just because we are rich and we have to shut up. No, that is not how the world works. That is your world, not our world. We use common sense. We are proactive here, all right? Because when everybody is gonna say, oh, I didn't want him to begin with. That's how we do online. Because everybody is hiding behind a computer, you can't even figure out who is there. They use fake profile and all that. And then all of a sudden, you're going to say, oh, I knew he was going to flop. But right now, there is a big campaign about buy, sell, okay, get, hijack everybody, do this, do that. If you use common sense the way we do in this channel, you will see that in the last 10 years, we bought more dead wood than real ballers. And just because you spend money doesn't make you smart, because you end up by being a mug. We've been the laughing stock of all the clubs in England now. Buying Lukaku, buying Kukureya, buying Fofana, buying. For what at the end of the day? Now we keep on crying and we keep on spending. So some people still have some common sense to use. So you know what you know. and you don't have to zip people's mouth because they give their common sense opinions.
I think I think we should get rid of Jorginho, Kovacic. You know, I have a problem really with Pulisic. Like, I feel like because of I know because maybe of the US media, Pulisic is not good enough. I mean, let's call a spade. He doesn't know his strength. I mean, he doesn't know what will make him the way he plays be successful in the UK. And I know he does well because he's the go-to man in the US team. But he is not cutting it for me. And I will keep Ziyech any day. I will keep Ziyech any day before I keep Pulisic. So I feel like Pulisic, if he wants to go, adios. We really will get rid of Kovacic.
But the problem you have here, and you have to let me finish here because you're gonna cut me, I know. The problem you have is you have some kind of mindset that is just like black or white. Like when you are determined to prove your point, is your way or no way. Like you don't give people the same benefit of the doubt you give to Chukwuemeka, for example, or youngsters or certain players. And you use context. I know you're a very intelligent man. You use a lot of context and common sense only toward the players that you like. But for people that you just don't really see the other side. What I mean by that is Pulisic, how many games he played in the last 3 years from the right position. How many games he had, how many times Pulisic had back to back 3 games in a row from one position or the right system, or he's not being changed as a wing back or as a different position. So all of these little details that you always forget, you bring them when it comes to the player that you like. So all I'm going to ask you, let me finish, I told you, and I will give you the time that you need. Because that's what you do every single day. Like the players that you do, you use all kind of common sense and examples and all that. But the players that you don't like in a personal level, you always find something to say. Like I always say, the end of the season is going to be, Pulisic played 25 games. Okay, look at the amount of minutes played. He might play 150 minutes, but 25 games. What tells you? If 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 5 last minute, he's already frustrated from the bench. There is no consistency. You can't build any kind of momentum when you are the wrong position and you are given 5 minutes at the end and you are frustrated from the bench. So all I can ask you here is use the same common sense and fact and good faith the way you do to players that you like, instead of even Jorginho. Sometimes you've been a little bit harsh. I know me, I've been also harsh with Jorginho, but sometimes if you look at the other side, he's not choosing himself, and at some games he's been good. So let's give him credit to when he's good, but he's not overall, he's not good for the club. But for you, when your mind is set to attacking Mason Mount or Pulisic or Ruben Loftus-Cheek or somebody else, it's always bad, no balance, or good, no balance. Yeah, now you can go.
Can I go? Okay, good. Listen, I am interested in us winning.
I can't hear. Probably it's my problem or something.
Can you hear me?
Wait.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. I am interested in us winning. Like I said to you, in my job, I work with people, and I know that if you want the best out of people, you have to stay on them, right? You have to make sure you check on them, and you have to give credit where it is deserved. I am only advocating for players whom we haven't given chances to. The ones that I don't, there are players that I feel like, oh, don't get rid of Loftus-Cheek, because maybe he can come good. He hasn't been given a chance. Don't get rid of, and I feel like the way he is built and the way he plays, he would do well at Chelsea eventually. Pulisic, when you give him the chance, I mean, I remember during the pandemic, during Lampard's era, Pulisic was one of our best players. We played against Liverpool one day and he scored like a couple of goals. We lost that game anyway, but he was our mainstay, right? He was the guy. And I thought, okay, this was going to be the guy. He was going to do well. The reason why Pulisic is a problem is because he wants to take on players, but he doesn't have what it takes to take on players, right? So he has to develop his game in such a way that his talents will still seep through during the time he's given the chances. You don't get a lot of chances at Chelsea. That is why
that's the problem. Your chances you're talking about here, from what position and what system? That's the problem with you. You see, you're trying just to find the red flag on him.
No.
Chances I just told you 5 minutes in the wrong position is not a chance.
You said you will give me the chance to make my point. So I really should get a chance to make my point when it comes to these players, right? These players are given chances, okay? If Ziyech was given the chance that Pulisic, for instance, Ziyech would really get to play an entire game. In fact, I haven't seen Ziyech played an entire game under this new coach. Okay, he gets fielded or he comes in late. You yourself said that. People do not get chances at Chelsea. That is why I am always pissed off at those who get the chance, but they are not making best use of it in the name of what? Jorginho. Jorginho really is taken out of the game, but he doesn't make anything out of the chances he gets. I am objective. I want us to win. I want us to play football that is aggressive, is positive, and is up to the point where up to the standard based on the investments that this team, this club has made into these players. So the players that may be able to give us something, but they don't get the chance, I am a serious advocate for.
First of all, Pulisic don't play the same position as.
I advocate. It's not about position, about generally. I don't hate any player, nor do I love any player. I just want the players to go out there and prove their worth. And if consistently, you yourself, consistently, we finish games and we come here and you do therapy session, and our therapy session is mostly negative, the players that are on the field have to bear the brunt. It's as simple as that. I do not have a personal agenda. I don't know any of these guys. The only way I can judge them is what they do on the field. So what they do on the field is rubbish. It's rubbish. We have seen the Chelseas that were playing, they were aggressive, they were coming from behind, they were passionate about this team, they would die on the field. We have seen that. We have the benefit of knowing that it can be better. And the players right now, I will not give any of those players any benefit. When was the last time, Oz, did you see Chelsea play 2, 3, 4 games that were great, even when we win, that were like amazing in terms of the way we play? And
that's why you're talking about very good stuff here, but it's an overall problem that starts probably somewhere.
It's the sum of the individual parts.
Yeah,
that's the sum of the individual parts. The overall project is based on individual. I said I work with people. Oz. You cannot have the team working well if the individuals suck. We have to go to the individuals first. You cannot get rid of 24 players. It has to be the individuals that are pushing us, pulling us back. We cannot go about the overall thing. The overall thing is based on individual players not doing well, and collectively they look bad.
Okay.
If the individuals shine, then collectively they will all shine, because they are all very, very good. So therefore they make the coach look good. They make the team look good. They make the club look good. But it all boils down to the people that make split decisions on the field when they get the ball. If they get the ball and they don't know what to do with it, the coach only gives them direction. The decisions actually rest on the player, and they are not to do stuff. And so for me, I go after players who, when they get the ball, the decision making is poor. or you can tell that they are not fighting.
Because that's why I told you that you don't use context toward players that you have certain agendas. Like, if you look, let me finish, because I give you time. Let me finish. Now, if you look at we've been talking for ages about the midfield. The supply channel is not there. Somebody like Mount or Pulisic or any winger or any attacker need to drop deep to try to protect the king first, and then get the food themselves and drive into positions. And when they get there, the defense is already organized, and you are playing against 11 other world class in the Premier League trying to take you down. So you are not like a lawn where you have to walk just like in the park. So when we say that the structure starts by your midfield, not supplying, not defending, putting everybody else in a lot of danger, you don't take to consideration that when you want to push something. And Pulisic, only the 2 last game that he kind of played back to back. But other than that, the brother was on the bench all the time. And we are playing somebody like Raheem Sterling because he cost a lot of money and he's on 350k a week. We're playing names. And when Kalim Hassan-Odoi was there, he was a wing back. The guy who is very, very good going forward, but very weak defensively. So those little things of, like the position, the system we are playing, the midfield, the supply channel, and all that is gonna play. But what we do is we point the guy. Yeah, he's the guy. This is the guy. Jorginho people, because the Jorginho like cultist, they're gonna try to protect Jorginho by getting on Mason Mount, who didn't come help, getting on Kovacic, who didn't do his job, and getting on Chalobah because Chalobah had had to pass backward. So there is, I know you know this theory here, right? When you go to law school, they're gonna tell you the tactics the deflection tactics that people use. One of them is called whataboutism. What about this? Like, what about this, to try to justify your problem. Like, you avoid to answer to the real question. You answer by asking another question or bringing somebody in the mix to make it so looks like it's legit what you did. How about this? What about Kante? Missy, did you see the game against Real Madrid last season? How about Kante? How about Mendy, who gave the ball to No, we're not talking about Mendy giving the ball to Benzema. That was last season. It's over. We're talking about today's game. How many duel did you win? Duel is a one-on-one things. How many interception did you have? How many tackle did you have? This is a one-on-one kind of statistics. Has nothing to do with Mason Mount, right? Tell us, what did you do to show us that you the one who did good and everybody else was poor. So when it comes to those little details, people always use like deflection tactics of bringing somebody in the conversation so we can forget about the real problem. The real problem is in the midfield. When we find the right system, we find the right supply channels, and everybody needs to walk in their place, you will see that all the Mount narrative and Pulisic narrative is gonna disappear. That's how I see it. But
I believe that, because you pointed that out, that I like some players. I don't at all. I do not like or dislike any of these players. I just see their performance on the field, and I think their performance is woefully poor. It's really, really, really bad. And the thing is that, like I said, we have the benefit of seeing great players and good players in other teams play, and they have reduced us. These players individually has reduced us. Collectively, they have reduced us to watching poor games, yet they are on salaries that are comparable or even better than other players that really run and go out there and work very hard. And you could point from the beginning until the end. The saddest part is that our best players are older, and in what is it called? If you take out the ones that are injured. Presently, our best players are past 30 years old. And I feel like, and I feel like that is where the problem is. If you have a coach that don't see that, and we can see it in the distance. Look, all of us are up on this channel complaining about it. He
doesn't
and
see
the
it.
coach, and I feel like, what does the coach do? I mean, if he told us that he went on holidays for a couple of weeks and all he thought about was Chelsea, and I wonder when he says these things, the what is called the media asking, what exactly did you think about? Because it didn't show on the field. This coach is so poor in my head. He is so poor. I mean, you said that he's a coach, and I even referred to him as a coach. But I feel like so far, unless maybe he has something about him that we don't know, but so far I feel like his performance is so poor.
Yeah, a bit poor. I will come back to you. Let me say hi to another brother here. David, are you there? David.
Yeah, I'm there. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm okay, and you?
Yeah, we good here, talking about Chelsea and how many goals we're gonna concede tomorrow against Erling Haaland. What team you support?
I'm a Chelsea full supporter.
Okay, full-time supporter. All right. So what do you have to say today?
To the game tomorrow?
No, anything that you wanted to talk. Let's go. Anything you want to bring on the table.
Yeah, to be honest with you, for some time now, Chelsea is flopping and it's not making us, the supporters, happy, really.
Okay.
The issue I'm seeing there is midfield. Concerning our engine room in N'Golo Kante, we miss him so much. And I think...
Do you think we should give him a contract, or we should let him go, N'Golo Kante? New contract, or let him go? Huh?
I think we should let him go and look for replacement. Giving him a contract, he has become an injury prone. He will still go back to injury. That's just the truth. So it's better to find a good suitable position to his, because Jorginho cannot stand to that position. He cannot mark. He always do a shadow marking and also playing rough. So Kante is someone that can do marking, also push attack. Kante can create so many chances when he is playing, So which Jorginho cannot do. Even Kovacic cannot do that. Kovacic cannot even take a good shot in accuracy. Off target. Those things are weak in Chelsea.
The only time Kovacic will shoot, will have a good shot when he's not thinking about it. When the ball just dropped to him and he just shoot out of the blue, he doesn't know where the ball going, and it's gonna go at the back of the net. But when he thinks about where to shoot, it's gonna go to the moon. So, I agree.
And apart from that midfield, we're also lacking in front. No too much creativity, no good midfielder to create, because Kante is the one doing that for some time now. Okay, he's not there. No one is creating a good opportunity to score. And then when they do that, our first nine, which is Kai Havertz, is not the real nine. So first nine, because Aubameyang is not able to perform. So when Kai Havertz is still tired, like 80 minutes, 70 minutes, Aubameyang will still come inside to miss a lot of chances. Okay, if he doesn't miss, no good creative chance for him to score. Even though you create, he will still miss. So we need a hustler, like that guy I'm seeing, Fofana, Dicho Fofana. I don't know what's going on. I think I thought by now the deal would have been done, or maybe...
Yeah, Fofana been announced by Chelsea. Now we still have to wait if he need to train. If we're gonna loan him out, I don't know yet. But I will come back to you. Mo. Hello, Mo.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Long time. What's
Total
going on?
football.
Congratulations, you guys are flying now, Manchester United.
Total football with Gengham Press.
Yeah, Gengham
That's
Press
what I
is
have to
back
say.
again at Manchester United.
Ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Absolutely. Total Press with Gengham. Total football with Gengham Press. You're witnessing football in history. You've never seen this kind of football ever.
Okay.
Ever. This is something revolutionary, evolution.
Well, win something before we agree. You have a World Cup winners in your team.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
We only do World Cup winners, and you've got Chelsea with a manager who's out of his depth.
Not yet. He just started. Wait.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to go back. You have to take a step back before you go forward.
Finished. Roman Abramovic is gone, and you've got American owners.
So American owners are spending more money than Abramovich right now. Let's be honest. We are hijacking FC. We are hijacking everybody on the planet. How about that?
Yeah, but you've got a manager that doesn't know what he's doing.
Well, we have a manager that don't have the problem with our manager. He doesn't have the Erik ten Hag kind of pedigree. Like he doesn't have that. Ten Hag can tell Ronaldo, "You sit on the bench. I'm the boss." You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like you are on the bench. You're not gonna play if you are not pitch. Graham Potter can't bench somebody like Sterling or Jorginho or anybody. I have to give it to you. But when all this is gone, right? When he just realized that he's gonna lose his job, when Todd Bowley is gonna make a call and say, "Yeah, I'm buying these youngsters for you to improve them. You have my I trust you. Do your thing, make decisions. You will see a different story. When Graham Potter start really making decisions based on merit and not based on names or passport, I think we will start cooking with those youngsters, and that's what we're waiting for. When he break that wall of I have a human intelligence. The guy got a degree. The guy got a degree on human intelligence. That means he's very compassionate. He understands people. It's about emotions. About look at you. I understand what you're going through. No, in a team like football, you have to be sometimes angry. You have to say, "You are out. You are my friend, but I'm sorry. I want to win this game." Or you're not performing good, you have to sit on the bench and learn from the bench. Those little things. When he break that wall, that barrier in him, I think he's going to be a very good coach.
Yes, that's true. I agree with you.
So,
I mean, obviously, if you want to hang on to that hope, you're the more than entitled to hang on to that hope. And if you want to use that as but in reality, he's out of his depth.
No, he's not, bro. If you look, listen, give him some credit. I know the pressure is too much. It's not the same pressure as Brighton. But look at the team that he built there. They are getting credit now. De Zerbi getting credit. Huh?
Brighton and Chelsea are two different football clubs.
Yeah, that's why I say. That's why I say that.
Are you giving credit? Are you really giving credit to Potter?
You didn't finish me. You didn't let me finish. That's the problem. Like I want to make a point. Like if you look at what Brighton are doing now, you understand that the guy is a proper coach because he can develop people. Now, if he can break that wall of understanding that Chelsea are completely different than Brighton, and you have to add some quality also.
He reminds me of David Moyes when he came to Man United. That's what he is.
And also with Brighton, you have time. They were not in several competitions. He should have known the kind of job he's signing up for. Brighton, you have time. You have only one competition, which is the Premier League. You have time in between the weeks to really work on players who need work. And look at even the Brighton players. I have gone back to look at them. They are all strong. They have a center of gravity. They run.
And that's what I tell you. It came with work. It came with work.
The individual players.
I don't think that is the reason. Because even Manchester City have someone like Guardiola, and Guardiola is almost in every tournament. They are still challenged there. But what we are talking is the ability of coach building a team without, like our guy here said, without looking in the face of Jorginho, looking the face you are a superstar before, you are a high man in this team. Building like Chukwuemeka is there, Zachariah is there, those boys are there, even Hutchinson, those guys. even they cannot perform now, but in future, they are stars in future. So he should start using them now, putting them together, like he did in Brighton, you know? So that's what we are talking. You can't just be maybe aiming to buy Ronaldo, buy Messi, without building the ones you have. You have to start from the scratch. He cannot make Chelsea to be great in a day. He must follow it step by step, but he have to start somewhere. So that's what we are thinking.
You need to have some balls
expecting him to do.
And the time he had a Brighton, that where he could, you know, and also Brighton could lose. Right now, the bad period he is in at Chelsea, if it was Brighton, nobody would even know. Attention to.
That's true.
Because Brighton is not.
That's true.
So he should have known that he is coming to a team which is a London team. It is really one of the best teams in the world. At least we have won our Champions League. We expect the fans expect more. And the funding and the backing has not stopped. We will give you the money, but we have to see something. You know, even Arteta, right? When he was so-called building and trusting the process, Arteta won the FA Cup.
Yeah,
Arteta
I understand.
Won the FA Cup during that time. You know, he beat us and won the FA Cup. Do you think this guy can take us anywhere?
Well, only time will tell us. I will come back to you. Eric, are you there? Eric, unmute yourself, brother. Are you there? Mr. Eric Turks, are you there?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Are you there? No, he has some device issues. Come back when you fix everything, because we're still here for a little while. Okay. Yeah. At Brighton, he had unlimited time. Nobody's going to put pressure on you. All you have to do is stay in the Premier League, or try to stay in the Premier League. You have all the time in your hand, and the Chelsea Football Club, we are waiting for a result, or at least make the right decisions.
I don't think mentally he has made that transition, and he will find that out very soon. He's already beginning
transition.
To find that out.
That is a good word. He needs to embrace the transition from Brighton to Chelsea.
The pressure that it comes with is different, because you are giving. Even the questions have not come yet. I feel like the journalists are always giving him some balls. The questions they ask him is not strong. It's only last time when the game was finished, they asked him, "Hey, what, do you feel like your team was bullied?" And his answer had nothing to do with it.
His answer was, listen what he said. He said, like,
that is English media.
The guy said that if we took 3 points, it was going to be unfair. Listen, I don't care if you score with your hand. I don't care if you had 10% of possession. You don't say those kind of stuff. A win is a win. In the Chelsea team, in a team like Chelsea Football Club, your manager is telling you, listen, it was going to be unfair if we got more than one point, because they were so good. You have to give credit to the opposition, blah, blah, blah. I was fuming. I almost just like break my computer. Like, I feel like getting there and telling him, listen, this is Chelsea Football Club we're talking about here, right? You telling me that you can't beat 19th on the table, and you telling me that, oh, listen, it was going to be unfair if we won the game. How that is going to be unfair is beyond me. Eric, you still have some connection issues. He's telling me here that you have connection issues, and we have Bobby who need to unmute himself in order to talk. Bobby. Hello, Bobby. Bobby has some microphone issue. I don't know, when I watch him from other streams, because I watch all the streams in the world, he never had a problem. He was loud and clear, but when he's here, it's always like the sound is not there or something. Anybody else in the chat, can you hear me? Victor, am I good? The connection? Victor?
Yeah, you're fine.
He's fine. Man? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Bobby, but every time he tries, he tries is a problem. Anybody that want to jump while we are waiting for Bobby?
Okay.
I'm going to send, and yeah, go ahead. I'm going to send another link again, Bobby, so you click on the new link and try, okay? I'm going to do it now. Yeah, go on, Mr. Victor.
So what I was saying, and I don't know if David wants to go, but I'll be real quick with this. What I was saying is that when you listen to that interview, the last interview he gave, like the last press conference after the game, he gave more credit to the team, the opposing team,
to the
than actually
opposition
to us. Exactly, to his own teammate. That gives you the mentality. There was I've forgotten. I don't know. There was a coach recently that won and he still said it wasn't good enough. I think it was Ten Hag or something.
Yeah, even Ten Hag, he's not happy at all. Every time he wins.
He said it wasn't good enough. Yeah. And imagine that. Compare the two coaches, you know. And I'm not gonna heap it all, or like I said earlier on, the individual decisions have to be made by the players on the field. But the combination, the players he puts there, his remarks before and after, he seemed like Lampard spoke a lot and said nothing. This guy never says anything and does nothing. That is what I'm saying. He's double negative, and we are in trouble. Maybe there's something that I don't know. Maybe the rest of the people on here will come in and say, hey, Victor, you are not looking on this side of it. But I have a very difficult time seeing this guy succeed unless he brings in a bunch of players that will come in and revolutionize the way we play.
Yeah, Bobby, you back. Bobby, unmute yourself. And Eric, unmute yourself, Eric. Eric, we can hear only the background. You can talk now. Eric? I can hear you, but you can't hear me. Yeah, that's the problem, Bobby. I don't know. Let me just copy another link again. Click on the fresh link on the screen right now. Let me put it right now. Boom. Boom. Copied. And let me send it again, all right? And see. You see that link that I just sent right now? The last one. Click on that and let's see what is going to happen. People, so let me plug myself a little bit. I'm still here probably for 30 minutes. Please don't forget to like, you know. As per usual, I woke up 3 o'clock in the morning to prepare this show, and I have to go to work. Just for the community, if you want to bless me, just one click, that's all I ask you. Nothing, no money, nothing. It's just one second of your life. We've been here for almost 3 hours. Now I'm getting tired and I have to go to work. So if you want to jump very quickly and talk to us, feel free. Graham Porter boring press conference is coming today, right? Because we have a game tomorrow. So hopefully he can say something positive today. So stay tuned because Mr. Porter boring press conference is going to happen. And
please, I want to ask about
let me finish plugging myself here because I don't promote myself often. You know, I don't want to really ask people, but in this business, if you don't ask, you don't get anything. You don't ask for people to like, they don't like. You have just to tell people what to do. So people, if we can get to 100 likes before I leave, it's only few likes only to get there. Let's go, man. Double check if you haven't liked yet. Do it, and let's get to 100 likes before I leave. I also made some videos on the Green Turf YouTube channel. If you don't know, we have another channel called the Green Turf there. I always post some videos. Interesting. Go. You're not gonna be disappointed. Some edited videos, not like live. This is live stream. You can't edit, but we edit some videos. You know, you're gonna like it. Just go watch more videos on the Green Turf. And what else? Today, if we have another Here We Go, let's say Enzo Fernandez or Badiashile being announced, I might come back tonight. But if it's not, if it's just to repeat the same thing over and over again, and then no, it's gonna be for tomorrow morning. But we're still here for at least 30 more minutes. If you wanna jump and talk to us, feel free to do so. Thank you for your likes and also your dislikes. If you don't like me, you don't have to like. You have just to let your voice heard. Just dislike it because it's called engagement. So everything counts. You like or dislike is the same. So just do it, man. Get in the comment or get in the like section and do your thing. Thank you so much and much appreciated. Mr. Victor, what do you have to do? Oh wow, we are going up and up. You see, you have to ask people to do. So we are going up. We are like 15 likes away from 100. Much appreciated. Let's keep going. Okay, so let me remind you what CBS Sport Golasso said here, right? If Chelsea spend the money that we're gonna spend on the 21 years old Enzo Fernandez, he will become the most expensive midfielder ever in the world. Like, that is another record around the entire world, the most expensive midfielders ever. Second of all, the most expensive Premier League player in the history. All right? And then the most expensive Argentinian ever, you know, more expensive than Messi, more expensive than Batistuta and all the big bowlers in the past. He will become all time the biggest transfer ever for an Argentinian player. And then he will be the fourth most expensive player ever in the history of football. And I'm going to add, he's going to be the most expensive player in the history of Chelsea Football Club. He's going to break the record of Lukaku for 100 million. So, big money means big expectations. People are going to expect this kid to be better than Messi, better than Ronaldo. He needs to defend. He needs to be as a goalkeeper. He needs to be as a number 9, number 10. People are going to expect him to create miracles. Probably the hate is going to switch from Mason Mount to this guy, you know, because of the price tag. So be careful what you wish for. I think he's a great player. I want to see him, because right now, even if I have to take Victor in the midfield, I would take him. Anybody, the Big Show, Rey Mysterio, anybody that can just run a little bit, okay? Even intimidate people physically. You're not doing anything, like a tree. I can even plant a tree in that Chelsea midfield. I would take him. So I'm so excited about this bowler. According to some videos that I watch, he looks very promising. And if Chelsea did their homework, we have a good player, but the pressure is going to be there. And I am not going to be carried away and start celebrating, oh, he's the next big thing. Declan Rice can't even tie his shoes. All kind of theories and narrative being made. The same way we did with Werner. The same way we did with Kai Havertz, Lukaku and everything. And when the player is struggling, Chelsea fans don't support struggling players. This brother here is going to go through some tough time at Chelsea at time, and we need to support him when he's struggling, not when he's doing good. This is a lot of money. Big money means big responsibilities. So I don't know if he's going to handle it, but we have to support him regardless. If it was me, I was not going to spend that kind of money, to be honest with you. I was going to find another low-key profile somewhere. I was going for quantity and also quality mixed together. You know what I mean? You get 2 instead of 1. If he got injured today and out for 4 months, what? Go again on the market to find somebody else? I don't know. But Todd Boehly knows exactly what he's doing. We're going to trust the process. Victor, the floor is yours.
That makes 2 of us. I am not going to spend that kind of money because I am scared. The thing is, he may be a great player. I've watched some of his clips, and you know the clips are always the best, the best plays he's made. I saw Kai Havertz clips, and I was like, "Oh my God, this guy might be good." Now I am deceived. Every single time I have to take it with a grain of salt. I do not want to be swayed by these clips anymore because the people that put them together are very good at just doing the greatest hits, right? But I've seen some of that, and I see that he is aggressive. You know, I mean, you could put together clips from Jorginho, and you might think he's the best player in the world. But
that's
I know
true.
that
That's true.
Yeah, he sucks, and put together all of these penalties.
That is a good point.
Those stupid little penalty jumps he does, and you think he scores goals left and right, but he doesn't. So I am scared for him. I think he moves. He's a little bit more dynamic, but he's 21, and he's
21. That's what I heard.
He's no Mbappe. Mbappe, you think that he has the physicality and everything to succeed in the Premier League. I feel. And I feel like people that play in other leagues, and if they are diminutive a little bit when they come to Premier League, they kind of have to prove themselves against these other tough midfielders who don't want them to score. And if you are dropped in a team like Chelsea, where you have to work twice as much, especially the current Chelsea, it's not like everybody else around you is amazing. Like if he was dropped into a team like Arsenal right now, he was dropped into Manchester City, even Liverpool, even though they are declining, there are other people that will complement his game. Right now, if he is dropped in Chelsea, he has the same back line of these oldies that are, on their way out. You have a forward in our forward, the only dynamic player there that we constantly play is Mount. And Mount is, selfish or what? Mount doesn't do pass to you, pass back to me, let me score. Or you pass back to me, I pass back to you, and then you score. When he gets the ball, he's only thinking about himself. Majority of the time. Now, he's giving you us great passes, but majority of the time, he's selfish on the ball. Sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes this guy, Enzo here, will be paired with who? Kovacic? No. I mean, Kovacic is not going to do the work for you.
Yeah,
so,
we have to find a nice pairing. But to his credit, I still rate Kovacic more than Jorginho because Kovacic can offer something generally for the team. You know what I mean? Tackles,
but in the modern game,
it's about
that role.
End product.
In the modern game, that role, you need to expect something a little bit more different and a little bit more dynamic. It shouldn't shock us if Kovacic and the rest in the DM position, the pivot position, every now and then helping us with goals. If the attacking midfielders are not. But these guys, zero, nada. We don't expect them to add on to the scoreline at all, unless the goal drops from heaven. Like every now and then, not every now and then, I shouldn't say every day, because it doesn't happen at all. But, Kovacic will give you a goal from heaven, but it is once every year. You will not get a goal like that from him ever.
Just like Jorginho will have one great assist, like top the ball once. Once a season, and he's going to leave with the credit for the next 5 years. But De Bruyne tried those kind of passes every single game. He would try 15 times. He's going to try that kind of pass. But Jorginho, he had one, and then we have a goal all of a sudden. Did you see that? Did you see that? I'm like, that is his job. That's what he's supposed to be doing every single game.
Yeah. And then he buys himself a lot of time. When he scores one, he plays one good game. And that's what I'm saying to you. When you told me that I'm a little biased and I don't like play, this is why I hate the ones that are giving the chance. Because fine, if they play 10 games, chances are that they will do well in one. But the one that they do well buys them a lot because they have lowered the expectations. They have lowered our expectation. Like Chelsea, we don't expect these players to go out there. I wish their salary was attached to the level of play, and that there is a panel of supporters that vote on whether they have to get that pay every single week. They will do well to impress us. We can yell and talk. They go out there and their paycheck is still the same way. Because if it was attached to their performance, they will run a little bit more. Because some of them, that is the motivation that they need.
Exactly.
But we have gone to the point where Chelsea, we don't expect them to string together 3, 4, 5 great games. They might even win because Potter's earlier on was winning, and most of it was Champions League games anyway. But in the Premier League, he wasn't winning consistently with convincing wins where we are we dominated. I mean, this last game, and this will be my last point, and I'll let you come in. This last game here, if you look at the stats, we had 71% possession also.
Sterile possession.
Percent possession. There is something wrong with the team that has 71% possession and
Stereo,
doesn't have
and
a striker.
that is a good point, because possession sometimes mean nothing. Just like Jorginho. If you look at Jorginho's statistics every single game, that brother got 100% possession of pass accuracy. Yes, you
Correct.
heard it. Pass accuracy. He's going to have like 500 passes. For what? Somebody who is inch away from him, transfer the problem immediately. One touch, bam. Give it to Mendy. Give it to whatever. Aspilicueta. Pass the problem to somebody else. That's why statistics sometimes means nothing in football. Let me just answer to some of the questions here. Mr. Tayo is asking, who should we drop and who should we bench? Against Manchester City, you mean? Listen, I made already a video about it, crying, and I'm doing my mourning already when it comes to that Manchester City, because I see Erling Haaland very, very angry. Very angry. And he's going to score a hat-trick in the first half. And the second half, I don't know, they can score 13-0 against Chelsea, and I'm not going to be surprised. So I made already a video on the Green Turf channel to, kind of my preview for the game tomorrow against Manchester City. So you better go and watch it.
We
Dan,
might go out there and do well, though. We might go out there and surprise
yeah,
people.
that is
If we are
football
playing at home.
sometimes. Football is... Okay, Dan the man. Hey, what's up, brother? Are you back in the US?
No, still in Scotland.
Oh, still there. Oh, all right, man. You're having the time of your life, brother. What do you have to say, man?
About the Enzo and Man City game.
Anything. Enzo Fernandez, price tag, hijacking Mr. Mudryk. That is his name, right? Mikhailo Mudryk. Everything that you want to bring on the table, we don't really care about topics here,
Yeah. I don't really got much to add, but you did make an interesting point about Jorginho.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
About how he always has great stats and stuff by passing sideways and all of that.
Yeah, that is
But
Jorginho. Yeah.
But I listened to Chelsea Fan TV, and I know it's one of the fans was saying Jorginho brings some sort of stability to the team. But I kind of find that true a bit, because even when he's always passing sideways and stuff, there's still some sort of stability that he brings that some of our midfielders can't.
Okay. In what sense? Like, for example, stability in terms of... You can bring stability, but you still win. You still lose the game. What is the point of stability and keeping 75% possession of the ball?
No, what I mean is that he kind of gives our midfield a bit of a presence, though. I'm not defending Jorginho, but he kind of has that a bit. Okay.
Yeah, I respect your opinion. I just think that stability without end product is nothing. Like the goal, the end of the day, you want to win the game. And if you say that we control the tempo, we create channels, we slow the game, what is that? When at the end you lose a game of football, I don't see that is a real stability. I see it. I would prefer to be in KO. KO, bam, bam. John, don't be Mikel. Bam, close the shop. We win. Game over. I get 3 points. Then, he brought stability, but because Mason Mount didn't score and we lost. For me, it's about business, bro. The end of the day, stability or tiki-taka football sometimes. Yeah, you want to see tiki-taka. But in this point, it's just useless, really. Passing for what? At the end, it becomes boring.
This is what the Jorginho and the likes have done to the fan base, and I don't mean it against Daniel, but they have lowered the role and expectation. Mm-hmm. They've lowered the role of DM, and they've also he's also lowered the expectation. He encourages them all of the fan base. So every single time they do he engaged in the game and he does any passes or here and there, we are okay. He's doing his job. He does not add anything to the attack, and the blood of football is a goals.
Yeah.
We need goals to be able to
And
stay in the game.
somebody in the chat said that Tayo in the chat said that Dan got a brown envelope. Like Dan get something. You got a brown envelope from Jorginho.
But what I'm saying, what I was saying before earlier on is that if you possess the game, your possession in the game is 71%, and you do not have any attack on goal, you don't have a shot, one single shot at goal, it is meaningless, folks.
Yeah,
it is meaningless.
It's meaningless.
So I feel like this is where we have become. We have become a side-to-side pass game. There are so many, and we don't attack. And if that is the game of football, then fine, deal with it. The game is to win games.
Yeah.
The point is to win games, and we don't win games because of our style. And our style comes from the personnel.
Yeah.
The people we have on the pitch. And when we are thinking of the person that actually goes and get the ball from the defense and initiate attack, and that is Jorginho and sometimes Kovacic. And these two are non-prolific. They are undynamic. They are not any. You cannot give them the mantle. They cannot take you out of any pitfall. No hopes. They won't initiate a comeback. They don't have any spirit. Nothing. You are doomed. So that is the problem. Our fan base, we can do better, Chelsea. We can do way better. Jorginho is not a world-class DM, not in the Premier League. We can do better.
Yeah. So, Dan, since you kind of understand, because Dan plays football right now in a good level. So, do you think that we should keep Jorginho, like give him a contract because he brings something in the midfield? What is your opinion?
I think we don't really. What I was trying to say is that, although I did say about stability parts, I didn't necessarily mean we need to rely on Jorginho. But we also need that stability in our midfield, and it doesn't need to come from Jorginho.
Okay.
Maybe in a player like Enzo or another midfielder.
Okay.
That can also give us a sense of attack and strength in the defense.
Dan, I don't mean to cut you, but 80% of the people on Chelsea, the players on Chelsea, can play the role of Jorginho. I don't know where this notion of stability is coming from. Declan Rice and all these other great DMs, they get the ball, they pass, they are dynamic, they disrupt, they do all of it. Even at Chelsea, we have people that can play the role better in Kante. Every now and then, Kante can get the ball and surprisingly will move when he sees a pass.
And shoot and score.
And then shoot and score. And how can we settle for Jorginho and say he brings stability?
I understand Dan's point. He's not advocating for Jorginho here. And
I'm just saying sometimes in most games our midfield is almost non-existent.
Yeah.
And it's kind of frustrating, especially when teams would enter into our midfield as if it's nothing. It was shown in like the second half of the Nottingham game. You were just entering our midfield like
nobody was there, right?
I'm just saying we need strength there.
Yeah,
we definitely need strength there, and that is not going to be given to you by Jorginho. It's not going to be given to you even by Kovacic. I'm telling you this: these two, right? These two, it's not an agenda. These two are so poor, in my opinion. Now, some people say, "Oh, Kovacic give you something else. Kovacic give you something else." No, he does not. He was a reject for Madrid. Madrid didn't like him for a reason, and we have to be for the kind of money.
De Bruyne was a reject from Chelsea. Look at him today.
No, exactly. But the thing is this: the De Bruyne was unproven. What is it called? He was still young. Kovacic came to us when he was already old. He had played there. They didn't like him. He wasn't dynamic enough. He's not good enough. Let me tell you, Kovacic is not good enough. And we have to get people that gives you a combination of things: strength, dynamism. They can add to the attack. Now we always talk about what is it called? Fabregas here. Fabregas didn't have any of this. But when he gets the ball, his football IQ was so high that he can pick a pass and he would do it 6, 7, 8, 10 times in a game. And if you are good enough, I'm telling you, Kai Havertz and all of them would have been better. Even the guy that we sent back to Germany,
Werner
would have come good if we had people that were supplying them
constantly. Yeah,
not once every game, but maybe once
every 2 years,
but consistently getting the ball. And how many times that what is it called? Jorginho and Kovacic get the ball and they look to the pass to the side.
Yeah.
How many times? All game long.
All the time.
They have no vision at all. No vision, nada at all to move the ball forward. What Jorginho will pass forward, but it's just maybe 10 yards.
Yeah.
He has no vision at all. And we, the fan base, should come to a conclusion and say, you know what? They don't give us any more. We have seen better. We can do better and let them move on. And I don't even know why we are keeping Kante, because Kante is just his ligament. When you are prone to this kind of injury, it does not go away. It just takes a couple of games, and then the stress on the body, it comes back again. We should clear all of this midfield.
Yeah,
clear all of them. I haven't even talked about Robin Loftus-Cheek. I haven't talked about all these other people. Gallagher was amazing. That's the problem we have at Chelsea. Gallagher was incredible at Crystal Palace. How is it all of a sudden he's poor with us? Because we don't have the right combination of players that will bring the best out of these players who otherwise are great players. Because our midfield is so poor that all the people that could score the goals, that could do well when they move forward, get very little service.
Yeah.
Very little service.
So, people, we're going to try to conclude this show. I have to get ready for work. Come back tonight. And probably if we have other breaking news, if we sign somebody, we might be live again. But otherwise, we're going to be tomorrow. I started doing the 3 o'clock in the morning shows because of my house when people still sleeping. So you don't have many people, want to come to the show and you don't want them to come. So listen, people, we are how many likes away from whatever? Please help me get 100 likes. It's only 7 left, and we are so many of us right now. If you haven't liked the show, please help me get 100 likes because I'm living right now. I'll be back, of course. Just put your notification on, and also check on some other normal videos that I make daily on both channels, the Green Turf and also this Global Fan channel. Follow me also on Twitter and Instagram. I don't really like to ask. That's why I don't grow on those things. I just let things grow naturally. But in this business, you have just to remind people all the time. So it's called the Green Turf on Twitter and Instagram. I always follow everybody back. I don't have any ego. I'm not bigger than anybody. We are all the same. You follow me, I follow you back. Let's grow the community. And what else? No breaking news. I'm going now to conclude the show. Let's start by Mr. Dan. What do you think tomorrow? Your prediction. If you want to give your lineup, it's cool. If you just want to give your prediction quickly, it's cool. The floor is yours, Mr. Dan. Tomorrow, Chelsea Football Club against the Erling Haaland, Manchester City at Stamford Bridge under the light. Go.
Honestly, I literally can't see if we were going to beat Man City. But I'll try to be hopeful and say 1-0 Chelsea win. Because, these guys drew to Everton, and that's just what I'm good enough of.
Remind me the score again. What was your score? I was distracted a little bit. What is your score?
1-0.
1-0 Chelsea 1-0. Football Club. Who is going to score for Chelsea? Who do you think is going to score for us? Pulisic again?
Maybe.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Mr. Dan.
Pulisic, sure.
Pulisic. Thank you, my brother. I'll see you next time. Thank you for helping. Victor, you are here to conclude the show.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity again. Folks, please do like this channel so that we can all contribute to the growth. Mm-hmm. I will say this, okay, real quick. We will not win tomorrow. Now, we are playing at home, So we might just sneak a draw. To win will be miraculous. Now, that means I'm lowering my expectations, okay? The days that we will play Manchester City and I'm like, I don't care if Pep Guardiola, we will still really fight a war gone. Because we don't have that. But because everybody's coming down hard on the manager might just panic and make some changes. And that change might be more youthful in terms of the selection. And they might go out there and not fear anything and might bring something out. But I believe in my heart and soul that if he failed the starting 11 he did the last time, it's going to be difficult for us. Sterling is there probably to prove a point. He might play out of his mind. But you just need the 11 players out there to make sure that they go out there and perform. The Manchester City players are there. They smell blood. They really want to, because Arsenal drop points, they really want to catch up, because if they win, then it's down to only 5 points. And they have to play Arsenal twice. So, they want things to be in their hands. So I'm sure that they are being told this by Pep. And so they will come fighting, know that Chelsea is there for the taking. So I believe that we have to go tomorrow aiming at winning, so that if we get a draw, we know that at least it gives us a little bit of confidence. And so if you want me to do a selection, I won't do that. I won't do the entire selection or my entire lineup. The only thing is that I don't want Jorginho in the lineup to start with. You can bring him later if we are winning by 1. We have 15 minutes to go and you want somebody to help us keep the ball, okay, and pass. 15 minutes down the line. That is his role, in my opinion, from now on. Everybody else should stay in the attacking lineup. You should really bring back Aubameyang. I do not believe in my heart 1 minute that Kai Havertz is a 9. And if you want to keep him in 10, fine. I want Gallagher in there, and I want you to make sure that Ziyech is playing. I know I've mentioned a lot of names, but you could move around these players like chess and make us be as effective and not also be bullied. Because you know what? Manchester City brings in a few players that are not big, tall, strong, but they are smart. And unfortunately, they are smarter than us. And they have one creator who can change the game. De Bruyne. And then we don't have the De Bruyne lights. So you have to combat that. And I don't know if this coach thinks like that. He has to think in these terms and make sure that we go in there and play a game that will give us the confidence we need so that we can rise up. We are 10th in the Premier League after £300 million to start the year. I don't care if it was spent on his watch or not. I don't care if it was spent on his watch or not. It's still £300 million spent, and you are 10th. That is not good enough. I'll sign off here, brother. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I will see you again very soon.
Thank you so much, my brother. Have a great day at work. And everybody, nothing breaking news here. It's all Sam. We're still waiting for Chelsea to confirm Badiashile because he had his medical. And we're still waiting for this Mikhailo Mudryk and also Enzo Fernandez. Something might happen today and we might come back for another show. Yeah, it is what it is, man. So thank you so much, people. Listen, only few clicks away from my target, which is 100 likes. So if somebody want to bless me before I leave here with just 1 like, I will much appreciate it. Arsenal for life. Please beat Manchester City for us. We don't have the tools, bro. We don't have the tools to beat Manchester City. City are now determined to beat Chelsea because they dropped point the other game, and Arsenal dropped some point yesterday. So they're gonna do everything in their power, and they have the tools. They have ammunition to completely destroy Chelsea tomorrow. I'm gonna just be positive, but I'm not confident. So good luck. Fingers crossed. You never know. The god of football might be with Chelsea, and somehow a miracle might happen and Chelsea get a point or all 3 points, but I don't see it happening. Let's be realistic and honest here. Thank you everybody for helping, and your likes and your dislikes and your comment. Listen, we are family here. We don't have to agree on everything, you know. This is what football is all about. If we have to agree on everything, football is going to be so boring. So don't take anything here personal. It's not a personal thing, right? Don't take anything personally. Just take it the way it is. It's part of the business. There are, players that you like in a personal level. Certain players you don't like them. It is what it is. Follow me on social here, Twitter, Instagram, The Green Turf. Let's follow each other. I'll be following people back definitely today at some point. God bless you. Have a great day. Okay? And I'll see you next time. Stay tuned for Graham Potter boring press conference coming up. Oh my goodness me.